In an age where high-quality satellite photos mean that we can explore the world from the comfort of our own homes, there are still some secret places on the planet that are off-limits to all but a chosen few. These forbidden locations are shrouded in mystery and often the cause of immense speculation, rumours and conspiracy theories. What could be hidden locked behind the closed doors and wire fences which surround these unusual sites? Here are my choices for 5 highly mysterious places that remain strictly off-limits to outsiders. Number 5. Room 39. Hidden away inside the Workers' Party building in Pyongyang is the office of a mysterious and shadowy organisation known as Room 39, which is officially called Central Committee Bureau 39 of the Korean Workers' Party. As the building is off-limits to all but a select few, very little hard evidence exists regarding what Room 39 is. But by piecing together accounts from defectors which include previous staff members who have now fled the country, outside governments have come to the conclusion that the shadowy group may be the centre for highly illegal activities carried out on behalf of the North Korean government in an effort to raise desperately needed foreign currency. Room 39 was created in the 1970s by the then leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-il, who lacked widespread support following the death of his father and therefore resorted to buying loyalty in order to secure his power. Such levels of bribery would require hard currency, and lots of it. The North Korean currency was all but worthless on the global market, and luxury imports which could be handed out as gifts needed to be paid for with US dollars. Room 39 began engaging in nefarious activities designed to generate as much foreign currency as possible. The organisation became the suspected centre of a massive counterfeiting operation, where it's estimated that as much as $1 billion per year is generated from the production of fake $100 bills, called superdollars, as well as many other illegal practices. Room 39 has also been linked with drug smuggling, black market weapon sales, money laundering, and even international insurance fraud. In 2009, the Washington Post reported that the state-owned Korea National Insurance Corporation was submitting fraudulent insurance claims, and as the contracts were governed by North Korean law, all legal challenges to the fake claims fell on deaf ears, resulting in the theft of huge sums of money. In fact, Room 39 is still being run today under Kim Jong-un, used not only to fund his lavish lifestyle, but also to secure his hold on power through buying political support. Loyal and upper-class supporters are given comfortable lifestyles, and luxury imports which are unheard of for most citizens are enjoyed by those at the top of society. The funds generated by Room 39 have even been linked with North Korea's nuclear weapons program. Room 39 is also believed to be linked with gold and agricultural exports, and as many as 120 foreign trade companies are thought to be under the direct control of Kim Jong-un, including the North Korean chain restaurant called Pyongyang, which operates at various locations overseas, where each restaurant is rumoured to be obligated to send home as much as $30,000 per year to help fund the regime. Another legal but incredibly shadowy practice linked to Room 39 is the export of labourers including factory workers and even doctors to locations in Russia and Africa. The wages earned by these semi-slaves is paid directly to the state, which then passes on just enough for the workers to survive, skimming off the rest to pay into the Supreme Leader's personal slush fund. Number 4. The Chapel of the Tablet. The Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion is located in Aksum in northern Ethiopia and is the most important church in the whole country, and for good reason. Within its grounds can be found the Chapel of the Tablet, which the Ethiopian Orthodox Church claims houses the legendary Ark of the Covenant. The chapel is strictly forbidden and off-limits to everyone except the chosen guardian, whose job it is to watch over the Ark. The guardian spends his days and nights at the Ark's side, praying and burning incense, while keeping a watchful eye out for intruders. He's the only person allowed inside the chapel, and the only one privileged enough to lay eyes on the highly sought-after Ark. The man is chosen by senior priests and his predecessor, and must leave his life behind, forsaking even his name, to dwell inside the chapel until the day he dies. Rumours about the Ark's powers are plentiful, and there are stories of men dropping dead simply for having touched the Ark. Guardians are reported to frequently be struck blind, and occasionally even killed, by the incredibly bright light which the Ark is said to emit when opened, and there is even one account of a previous guardian fleeing the chapel in terror after supposedly seeing something inside, before being captured and sent back to the chapel to continue his duties. Stories of the Ark's power stretch back throughout history, and it's been believed to be able to stop rivers and destroy entire armies. The Ark itself is said to be 4 feet long and 2 feet high and wide, and according to the Book of Exodus, contains the 2 stone tablets upon which are inscribed the 10 Commandments. So if the chapel does indeed hold the Ark, how did such a powerful and legendary relic find its way to northern Ethiopia? According to the Bible, the Ark was kept inside the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem until the 6th century BC, when it went missing from the records after an invasion by the Babylonians. However, according to the Ethiopian Church, it was Menelik, the child of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, who took the Ark with him to Ethiopia, leaving a fake in its place. However, this particular Ethiopian church is not the only place on Earth which is believed to house the Ark, and other locations from as far afield as France, Ireland and South Africa are also believed by some to be the current whereabouts of the Ark. However, any hard evidence proving its existence is yet to surface. Whether the claims are just hoaxes, or whether the Ark really is housed inside the Chapel of the Tablet, is likely to remain in doubt, due to the chapel being off-limits to scholars who might otherwise be able to prove its existence. Number 3. Bohemian Grove. Hidden away from the public eye, protected by armed guards, fences and even helicopters, lies the highly controversial yet still shrouded in mystery Bohemian Grove. The members-only club covers 2,700 acres of woodland in California and belongs to a men's art club known as the Bohemian Club. Every July, the Grove is home to a 2-week-long private gathering of some of the most powerful and influential men in the world, which includes politicians and former presidents, as well as business leaders, musicians, media executives, and scientists. The motto of the club is "Weaving spiders, come not here," which implies that networking and business decisions should be off-limits. However, with so many powerful men gathered in one private place, it's difficult to believe that business and political deals are not being made. Club officials refer to the club as being a private getaway where members can escape the day-to-day worries and stresses of life to relax in peace. However, it's been proven that the meeting of September 1942 was where the Manhattan Project was planned, which eventually led to the construction of the world's first atomic bomb. If such a world-changing event was put into motion at the Grove, then surely it's fair to assume that many other important events unfold during each year's meeting. The Bohemian Grove's mascot is an owl, which has long been the symbol of knowledge, as owls can see in the dark and therefore see what normal men do not. Such a parallel can be drawn with the club, where it's often believed that the club's members are privy to information that's kept hidden from ordinary people. The secretive nature of the Bohemian Grove, combined with the attendance of such powerful men, has unsurprisingly led many to believe that the club has sinister motives and is a place where conspiracies are conceived and planned. Such accusations have been emboldened by the discovery of bizarre ceremonies and rituals which take place from deep within the private woodland. Infiltrators to the annual gathering obtained video evidence of an occult-like ritual called the Cremation of the Care being performed, which involved men in hooded robes cremating a human effigy before a giant 30-foot concrete statue of an owl. A Bohemian Grove spokesman would later describe the ceremony as a traditional musical drama celebrating nature and summertime. But the strange video has only fueled speculation as to what else might be taking place behind closed doors. Theories about what's really going on are numerous, from presidents being chosen to wars being planned from inside the many sleeping quarters which are scattered across the woodland and believed to be where plots are hatched and friendships formed. And there is even a large statue of St. John with his index finger over his lips at the Grove, who legend says suffered death at the hands of a Bohemian monarch, rather than disclose the confessional secrets of the Queen, which symbolises the intense secrecy of the club. Such secrecy means that details about what happens at the annual gatherings remain limited. However, the controversy continues over whether elected officials attending secretive meetings with influential and powerful men might represent a conflict of interests. Number 2. The Vatican Secret Archives. Nestled deep within the Vatican City lies a sprawling complex known as the Secret Archives. This treasure trove of knowledge contains a staggering 53 miles of bookshelves, packed with weighty tomes and parchments dating as far back as the 8th century. The archives contain state papers, accounts, personal correspondence, and a whole host of other documents and books which are under the direct ownership of the Pope. The entrance to the archive is heavily patrolled by Swiss guards, and entrance is prohibited to all but a chosen few. Only scholars and researchers who have been carefully vetted are ever granted temporary access, and once inside, there are strict limitations on what documents can be viewed, and there are large areas of the archives which are permanently off-limits, whose contents remain a closely guarded secret. Publication of any documents is prohibited, and photography is forbidden. Those lucky enough to be granted access have anything but freedom when inside. archive users are unable to browse at will and must instead know exactly what they are looking for and request to view specific documents, a task that can prove limiting when only a tiny fraction of the archive's contents have even been officially catalogued. Vatican officials are quick to point out that the secret documents simply pertain to routine and run-of-the-mill matters such as accounts and diplomatic correspondence, but the excessively tight controls on who is allowed in, combined with the numerous restrictions on browsing once inside, have led to many conspiracy theories about what might be hidden inside. After all, if the documents are not hiding anything, why not publish them for all to see? Many believe that the archive may contain information which could discredit or destroy the church, and theories range from information regarding Jesus' bloodline through to evidence which proves the existence of aliens. And some even believe that a machine known as the Chronovisor may be held in the archives, which is rumoured to be a machine built by an Italian priest and scientist, which allows the user to actually view past and future events. Despite this, the archives is known to contain some genuine historical treasures. The document excommunicating Martin Luther, which led to the Reformation, is held there, along with many other important items, such as King Henry VIII's divorce request, which was subsequently refused and led to the establishment of the Anglican Church, transcripts from the trial of the Knights Templar, and even the design for a flying machine created by a Brazilian priest. With other secret archives hidden all over Rome, and large sections of the Vatican archive completely off limits to all outsiders, speculation as to what knowledge is being hoarded is likely to continue indefinitely. Number 1. Area 51. Area 51 is probably the most famous top-secret location in the world, and is shrouded in mystery and speculation as to what is taking place at this highly forbidden location. It's located about 83 miles from Las Vegas, and covers an area 6 miles wide by 10 miles long. However, the government has seized and declared off-limits a further 85,000 acres of land surrounding the base to keep curious observers far away from the facility. The site is believed to be a US Air Force base, which is involved in developing and testing experimental aircraft and weapons, and top-secret weapons and vehicles, such as the stealth fighter U-2 spy plane and the Star Wars SDI missile defense system have been linked with the base. However, it's highly likely that more advanced and as yet unknown technology is being developed and tested inside the facility's large hangars and buildings. The remote location of the base helps maintain its extreme levels of secrecy. However, there are stringent security measures in place designed to keep out any unwanted visitors. Surveillance cameras, buried motion detectors, and armed security cover the site, and foreboding signs warn that deadly force is authorized to be used against anyone who dares trespass. Workers at the base are carefully vetted and must take a lifelong oath of secrecy, and it's reported that inside buildings lack windows to prevent workers at the base from seeing into areas that they do not have clearance for. In fact, such is the secrecy which surrounds Area 51 that the very existence of the base was only publicly acknowledged in July 2013, following a Freedom of Information Act request submitted 8 years earlier, and such high levels of secrecy have led to the emergence of numerous and widespread conspiracy theories. The base is commonly believed to be linked with aliens and UFOs, and several eyewitness accounts of unusual sightings in the night sky have been reported around the facility, leading to speculation that the government is storing, examining, and attempting to reverse engineer alien aircraft which have crash-landed on Earth. Others believe that alien visitors have already met with government officials and have their own base somewhere inside Area 51. Advanced weaponry, weather control machines, and even time travel technology are all thought by some to exist deep beneath the sand surrounding Area 51, where structures stretching as many as 40 stories underground are rumoured to exist. Skeptics point to such an undertaking requiring massive amounts of labour and the removal of countless tons of earth, all of which would likely have not gone unnoticed by outsiders. In addition to this, many of the supposed UFOs sighted at night can be explained by the testing of advanced Air Force planes, which are very much human in design and construction. Over the years, many supposed insiders who worked at the base have come forward with information which backs up the conspiracy theories. However, often their credibility is quickly debunked. Skeptics argue that this proves that such individuals are just attention seekers. However, those who believe alien technology is being hidden at the base point to this as evidence that the government will do anything to tarnish the image of those who dare break their oath of secrecy. The most well-known case was that of Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked at Area 51 in an underground facility which was dedicated to reverse engineering crashed alien aircraft. However, his employment and education credentials were later shown to be false. Are these people really liars, or is the government using its power to discredit them? The debate, theories, and rumours will no doubt continue. However, when you consider that Area 51 is simply one of many top-secret military bases, facilities, and research labs, it does seem highly likely that an enormous amount of technology and forbidden knowledge exists locked deep within underground bunkers, safes, and archives. So those are my choices for 5 mysterious places that are strictly off-limits. Let me know what you think and what places you would have included in the list in the comments below, and I'll see you again on the next video.